trying to wait for a member of his host family, but I guess we'll go. Welcome to Lawrence's senior speech. My name is Tim Swartz, and I'm the art instructor here at Christopher Dock. Please sign this guest book. Make sure that Lawrence has a record of who is attending his speech today. And depending on how long this goes, be aware of the time so that we can have the next group. Is there a next group? No, take your time. Not a problem. Stay as long as you like. Okay. I first met Lawrence, or saw Lawrence, for the first time during a visit when I was in Hefei, at Hefei 168, where Lawrence was in school. When I was visiting my daughter, who was spending the year in China, and I was also visiting schools and interviewing students. I remember interviewing Kevin's brother Carl and Sue in his city. And I took photos of FA 168 and the classroom. And I have Peter Dew at the side, but I don't have any pictures of Lawrence. I officially met him then when he and a number of other students came to visit Dock about a month or so after my visit to China. And we did a short week or so of classes and other workshops. And then he and Peter decided to come here that fall, which is when I again met him as he started school. And I remember meeting you in the cafeteria, and you just kind of gave me a little wave and a smile, shy smile. But it didn't take me long to figure out that although you're a soft-spoken and you appear calm, you're not very quiet, and you're not very shy. But you are someone who, and when I had in my classes, you were diligent and you stayed on task, and I appreciate that very much. I look forward to seeing where you're going to be in a few years from now, as I just said, and for all you guys, international students, I'm looking forward to seeing where you are. I'm going to visit you about 10 years from now when you're doing what you're going to be doing. So, and now Lawrence's speech.
First, I have to thank Mr. Swartz for introducing me. And it's always a pleasure to take your class, but even I never got A on class. The primary purpose of education is not to teach you to earn bread, but to make every mouthful sweeter. Andrew Ann, America's psychologist, said, "Now I can really tell the meaning of this quote. Education is more about enriching yourself than just learning. The process of learning is tough, but it is worth to pay a lot of energy on it. The reason why we come to school is that we need to learn to be a human who can fit in this world. The things we learn from school make a way for us to get close to society and more adventures. A couple years ago, I was still wondering that learning is the most boring thing ever. I just was thinking the reason I come to school is that learning is the way a teenager exists. I'm glad to change my mind, because it means I grew up, and I grew up by myself. I'm able to adapt to new environment and face new challenge by my own, and I receive many new relationships. Next, I'm going to share my story and my achievements. I'm one of the international students, and every international students have their own stories and feelings before they come to America. Some of them cry because they have to face new environment and the real education system by themselves. Some of them feel frustrated because they were not sure if they can fit in the new environment and learn as well as their parents thought. And some of them are extremely excited because they evaluate a chance to be their chatty and non-family members. I'm different with them. I was kind of afraid of new life, and I don't really want to leave my familiar environment. But I don't really want my parents to worry about me. Therefore, I pretend I'm extremely peaceful in front of them, but I cried inside. After that, I arrived in America, and I met my first host family, Joseph Musselman and Christine Musselman. They don't have kids, and that makes me feel like I'm their own child. We are like normal family to talk with each other when we are having dinner. We make fun with each other. I always tease them that their maths are really bad. My aunt Christine always laughed at me if I got C on tests or some paperwork. Definitely, they encouraged me when I got good grade. Keep it up is what they always say to me. They always talk about the girls whom I have talked with. In their eyes, every girl whom I hang out with are cute, even though I really think they are. Especially, they think the girl Ellie Lee who took me to banquet is extremely cute. And they want me to talk to her more. They're always so exciting when they are talking about Ellie. That made me think they want to rape me up and put me in front of her so I can marry her and I can be nice to her. That really scared me. However, for some reasons, family muscle men don't want to be host family more. The actual reason is being host family is hard for them. They have to get up early and take care of my school life. And I understood the pain of being host family. Then I need a new host family to stay with next year. Therefore, the book holders come to me and ask me if I am willing to stay with them. Of course, I'm so glad to stay with them because of their song, Justin Book Holder. Justin Book Holder is Justin Book Holder is a sophomore of Crystal Dog. He was also the captain of Sydney's basketball JV team. He's really quite a guy when I first met him. However, when I moved into his house, he always come to my room, ask for beef jerky, play some crazy music loudly, and dance around in my room. He always think he's a good dancer. We always talk about some cute girls we meet in our days. We have great relationship. Also, Justin is my favorite American boy. Alyssa Bookholder, who is graduated from Crystal Block last year, is Justin's sister. She's beach and flower. She always set her bikini in some obvious place of face room when she comes back from beach. And that embarrassed me a lot. My oldest friend at her house is what she always does during her summer vacation. They always watch movie in the basement, and my room is at the basement and face to where they always hang out at. So when they get together and I come out from my room to get some water, I have to make a smile and say hi to them. However, a guy named Austin took my favorite girl, Alyssa, away from me. Karen Burkholder, my host mom, is the smiling lady of guidance office. She's willing to help all of students, and she can remember all kids' faces and names of Crystal Dog, which is a really big deal. I could not spell my classmates' names right until now. Her husband, Ken Burkholder, also my host dad, is a pastor of Deep Ground East Mennonite Church. He puts a lot of patience on his job, and his another job is picking me up when I'm in my friend's house. Family Burkholder and I celebrate Christmas together. This is my first time to celebrate Christmas with Americans. We have Christmas and we have Christmas meal in Ken's side family. All of his family come to his dad's house and ready to have a warm and sweet Christmas. The Christmas tree is not as crazy as one in the movie Christmas Vacation. It is not a real tree, and there are a lot of shining balls hang on it. The silver star is set on the top of the tree. There are tons of Christmas gifts standing on the bottom of the Christmas tree. I hope all of the gifts will go to me. The foods are extremely excellent at that night. I got turkeys and hams, salad stuffings, and so on. Then I just give my stomach and digestive system a lot of stress. Because I ate so much food that I'm not ready to move. The only thing I hate from Christmas meal is cheese cube. And we have family ping pong tournament after dinner, and definitely I lost. I think the reason I lost is not about strong enemy, but about my food belly. They always watch their old video at Christmas. he was a kid. And it is one thing to watch and share people's memories, but seriously, I feel a little bit jealous because I could not celebrate any festival with my family during 3 years. 2011, I started my high school life in China. Chinese high school are important to Chinese students because we need to take a national college entrance examination, and we will use all of 3 years to prepare it. It's always a tough journey, but I handled it well, and my friends always made boarding school life full of surprises. My Chinese high school is a boarding school. We have to stay in school dormitory. Six kids are to share one room, and I live with my 5 favorite boys. In class, we paid much attention to the teachers and took notes. If we have problems and we could not find the correct answer, we would raise up our hands and ask the teacher. When the teachers ask us some question about the lessons, we would think about them carefully and try to answer the question actively. Sometimes we do not know the answer. We will listen to what the teachers explain carefully. Paying high attention makes kids tired. When the bell rings and we have 10 minutes long rest, everybody will just fall asleep, except some energetic guys like me. At lunch, we need to rush to the cafeteria because 4,000 hungry kids will make lines extremely long. The school lunch is not delicious enough, so it let me feel school life is tougher and harder. After lunch, we will head back to our room, talk about the pretty girl and weird guys we saw in the cafeteria. And we will take a 15 minutes long nap. Classes in the afternoon are tough, because my mind always has sleep after I take nap, so I could not pay attention to class. School will finish around 5:20, and around 7, we will have 3 hours long study hall. We will get our homework done and prepare the things for next day during our study hall. I started my second year in high school right after that, and in my second year, I told myself that I could not upset my parents, and I need to study harder in order to get better grades. Therefore, I determined to learn harder. I bought many of practice book, English books, and so on. I will make the best of many time to get over lessons I have learned. The competition is intense, the pressure is heavy, the testing never ends, and it used to drive me crazy. Fortunately, school life did not beat me. I finally perceived that school is a great learning experience. That made me understood that knowledge is like armor and shield, and it will help you build up. Then you will realize you are able to take challenge by yourself. Friendship let me know that there always are some glowing stars in dark night. Well, friends may not be able to guide you academically, because some of my friends never learn, but they are always right there to support you and encourage you till you can see new hopes in life. After 2 Chinese high school years, I come to Duck. Duck is really awesome school. The campus is so big that you have to rush to the next class in the limited time. Our school motto is agitating vision for learning, faith and life. Like what school motto said, teachers are kind. They can always make classes fun and full of energy. They make you hunger for knowledge. The chapel makes religious people faithful and can also help people who are not religious learn something about humanity and spirit. We have the respectful school principal. We have the most beautiful woman, Carol Golden, which is my host family, sitting in the guidance office to welcome you. Those make you think life is good. However, the struggle of being educated is real. I have to face a lot of new challenges. The first challenge is definitely language. When I got here first, I think speaking English is as hard as lifting 500 pounds weight. Therefore, that made me afraid of community with American students. Two things is Mrs. Moyer's always there to help you. She liked hard learning kid, and she always answered questions patiently. I just noticed the more questions you ask to Mrs. Moyer, the more energy she will get, and eventually her eyes will be bright. Finally, my English improved a lot with help of Mrs. Moyer. I needed to prepare SAT and start planning for doing my college application. Meanwhile, I had lots of homework to do. I got my science class in senior year, and all of them are one-year class. Therefore, I had to pay attention to them and keep my grades look good. I took honor chemistry because I learned some chemistry in China, and I was sure that I could fit in the class. In fact, I did not fit in the class at first. It was much more difficult than I thought. Reading textbook is not really helpful. Based on what I learned from China, I screwed everything up. The things I learned already do not really match what Mrs. Holden said, and I need help from classmates to solve my problem. SAT is a great challenge. I feel they were hard because there were too many vocabularies that I did not know. I could not do the reading section completely because of that. At the same time, I could not understand some word in math section, so that I did not get good grades on tests. From that moment on, I know I had to enhance my vocabulary, and then I could do my best on the test. I spent a long time on studying them, and I did get some knowledge from them. I know that nothing was easy for me if I wanted to success. Therefore, I would never give up. I took a really fearful class called Dramatic Theory. I do like drama, but I hate to be a part of drama. Additionally, this class made me to act someplace. I never got onto the stage before, and I did not want to be a role of play even once. At first, I just hate people who give me this class. Normally, students can literally drop their class, but I can't do that. It is because I'm afraid of walking into guidance office and to drop class at first. Therefore, I have to take this class. Actually, I did a pretty good job on this class. I finished pretty well, and I got A on this class. I know this may be easy for some people, but it's really hard for me. I'm afraid of standing on the stage and being watched by several people. TOEFL is another frustrating thing. International students have to face computer screen for almost 4 hours, and that really hurts my eyes and my mind. Sitting in front of a computer and taking tests are not really funny. Also, students are supposed to take headphones to listen to strange people talk with their strange voice. Moreover, signing into TOEFL test is even harder than doing the TOEFL test. My credit card does not work on payment part all the time. Checking your schedule and choose time to take time is difficult as well. It was also my first time to join chapel in junior year. It was my first time to do religion by myself. I heard people pray around me, and I could not understand them at first. Therefore, I always fall asleep during the chapel. To respect people religions. Finally, I decided to sleep early before the day when we have chapel. So I will never fall asleep. I know Christianity in China, and I regret it as a belief for America. I had no religion, but I respect each religion. I did not pray in chapel, but I kept silent. I listened to people who talk about religion in chapel carefully and tried to learn something from it. I thought Christianity was a powerful religion, and I agree some part of it. Christianity gives people hope and rules. People follow rules so they can live together. People believe in Christianity so that they have support to continue their lives. I like Christianity because it makes people nice and unique. I had no religion since I was born. In addition, I do not think I will have religion in the future. However, I have my own faith. I believe in hard working. I know I can work out everything if I put myself in it. I will not be worried if I make troubles. I will come down and seek ways to solve them. I'm never afraid of failure, and I will never give up. Through those 4 years, I had my own belief instead of religion. I used my rules to do my things. I trust myself will be good. Since my host dad is an earnest and faithful pastor, I choose to go to church with them and have Sunday school. I hate to get up early at weekend, but my host mom cooks good meal, so and that made me willing to dress up and go with them as appreciations. Sunday school is not scared. I was wondering I have to take quizzes or read tons of chapters from the Bible. So I was worried to take Sunday school. But Sunday school is not actually serious school things. I even made new friend from Sunday school, Tyler Rice. He always answered religious questions well. I always pretend I listen to people talk and daydream. Then 40 minutes long Sunday school will be over soon. And for future, I'm glad to be accepted by Stony Brook University. This is good university. The campus is really big. Stony Brook University does a good job on their academic education. The Stony Brook University is also not far away from Pennsylvania, so it will be convenient to come back to my high school to visit my host family and some sophomore and junior friends. My life will keep going on, and I will carry what I learned from my high school to exist and fight like strong man. And thanks for taking time and listen to my speech. Also, thanks for the people who emerged in the journey of my life.